So, anyway, continuing on to part 3 of the saga and the drama, my boyfriend, he, he says, well, I think we should take some time and we should take a couple of days I mean, I've done his laundry, I've gathered all my shit, and I've I'm ready to go to his house, I'm ready to pull out of my driveway. And he's like, well, I think we should take some time, and you should let me think about this for a couple of days before you come back here. I've got to think about my kids and your involvement with my kids and everything, and all my stuff. I just got to think about this. I don't know if I can handle this or not. I'm thinking, I left your house this morning and I left all my shit there. And I mean, my shit is like so entwined with his shit now that it would take me like 2 or 3 days to come and unentangle all my shit that I've like left at his house. Plus, I had to come back. I had to go there because all my medicine, I left all my medicine at his house. I don't have my medicine. I take it with me where I go because I have to have it. So I had to go to his house. I said, well, like I said, my medicine was at his house. I had to go. So I said, well, listen, I said, it's an hour drive. 50 minutes. You might as well call it an hour drive from my house to his house. And this is like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. So it's going to be like 11 by the time I get to his house. And then he went, so anyway, I tell him, well, I've got to come to your house. And I said, I'm coming there so we can talk. And I forgot about my drugs being there until I got there, or until I was driving down the road crying, and I thought, well, hell, I've got to go there because my medicine's all there. So he goes, well, you do what you've got to do, and I guess we can talk when you get here. So I get to his house, and I said, well, I'm out in the parking lot. I called him on my cell phone. I said, I'm out in the parking lot. Because I didn't know if he wanted me to come in or, just what. And he's like, well, what are you doing out in the parking lot? Come on in. And I'm like, okay. Well, I have been, bawling my eyes out all the way here, and I'm, emotionally tore up from everything that's happened all day long. I mean, I'm, fucked up, basically. I've had, he asked me, he's like, how much medicine have you had today? And blah, 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 and if you've had a whole bunch of drugs, don't come here. Well, I'm like, I've had my normal amount of medicine that I normally take. And he's like, well, how many Xanax have you had today? And I said, I've only had one. I mean, that's prescription medication, okay? I'm supposed to take one 4 times a day, and I've only had one. Well, okay. So, anyway, I get to his house and we start talking and everything, and thank God he only had one of his kids here, and his son was on the couch completely bonked out asleep. His daughter wasn't here, thank God. And so she's older, and she's 12, and she would have been awake because she's always awake late at night. She's like a night owl like us. And she would have been awake, and she would have seen and heard the whole thing, and I just couldn't have handled that. But his son was asleep, so he didn't hear nothing or see anything. So anyway, we start talking, and everything's going up and down, up and down. And I think that he's gonna want me to stay, right? It gets to be 2 o'clock in the morning, and things seem like they're okay, and it seems like he wants me to stay. And then all of a sudden he goes, I think we still need some time. He goes, I think I need time to decide how I'm going to handle this, to see how I'm going to handle this. Well, being a woman and being the way I am and being crapped on in the past like I've been crapped on, which is big splatters and big, huge, crappy splatters is how I've been crapped on in the past. I know that's a I know that's a bad version, but that's just my version. I took it to mean that he was pretty much saying it's over. So I start getting my shit. Some of my shit, which I know I'm going to have to come back and get more of my shit, because our shit is my shit's all over his house now. I mean, it's like, I've got so much crap here, I don't even know where it all is, which is kind of bad. Now I'm starting to see, well, maybe I shouldn't bring over as much stuff, maybe I shouldn't intertwine so much. So I start getting a whole bunch of shit together, and he goes, what are you doing? And I start taking my clothes out of the drawers. That there's some of my clothes, he asked me to bring some clothes over and put in drawers, which I said that I was never gonna fucking do again. I told myself I would never put clothes in a fucking drawer again of a man's until I got married, or not got married, but until I moved in with a guy or whatever. Well, I fucking did it again, and I shouldn't have done it again. I'm just a completely dumb ass, I guess. So, anyway, I did it again. So anyway, I started taking out, all that stuff, and he's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting my shit. He goes, I'm not breaking up with you. Do you think I'm breaking up with you? I said, well, I kind of took it that way. He goes, no, I'm just saying I need a couple of days to figure out how I'm going to handle this, or what I'm going to do about this. Well, what the fuck do you think he means? I don't know what the fuck he's thinking. Need a couple of days? He said, don't you need a couple of days to think? I said, I don't need a couple of days to think about whether or not that I love you. Yes, we've only been together 3 months. It will soon be 4 months. Yes, we've only been together that long. But I know already that I love him. And that may be hard to believe, but I know I love him. I've been through, God, I shouldn't say this, but I have been with men, and I've been with more than my fair share of men. And I have loved only one man in my life, deeply, and that's the man that I got pregnant by. And his name was Mike. And I loved him with all my heart and all my soul. I loved him so deeply, I can't even tell you how much I loved him. And we didn't work out. And I have not loved again since him. I've dated guys, I've been with guys, I've thought that I loved them, I've tried to love other people. They've all crapped on me. And now I found Steve. And I feel for him more than what I felt for Mike. It's a different kind of love. It's a grown-up love. What I had for Mike was it was a young love. It was I don't know how to explain it. We were in our 20s, and we were just, we were young, and it was different. Steve's older. He's 4 years older than I am, and I'm older. I've been through a lot. He's been through a lot. And it's a different kind of love. And he's the only man that I have found that meets the requirements that I love deeply in a man. He's a Christian man. He's a good man. He's the best man that I have found. And I truly love him. And now he's telling me, I need to take a few days and think. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to think? Maybe I took it wrong. So I said, well, if you're not breaking up with me, then I'll put my stuff back in the drawer, and I'll just, get what I need, and I'll go home. And we'll give it a couple days. I said, I guess I took you the wrong way. And now I've got to make another part to this.